Hello and welcome to the newest episode of DinoPod. Today, Mitchell's going to talk about Halloween with me and Tim.
Yeah, super exciting. I am
never been done before. We're the first people to
talk
about
definitely.
Halloween.
Yeah. Such an original idea, Halloween, isn't
Very
it?
original.
Very original.
It's not like I am not the biggest fan of Halloween because I don't really care about it.
Why don't you care about it? Let's throw that open question out from the start.
Hey, you're diverting from the plan, Tim. The easiest thing to realise about Halloween for me was when I was young. We've got a cat, by the way.
Yeah, we have a special guest, Timmy.
It's basically Tim
Jr.
In cat form.
Who licks his own balls. So, cat, can you not? Can you please? Please. Right. Yeah, no. But yeah, like Halloween, to be fair, like is I'll put this in perspective. When I was younger, whenever Halloween was there, it was just a time to turn all your lights off so people don't know you're in, to not get trick or treated at.
Wow.
Because I'm sat there playing Red Dead Redemption and leave me the fuck alone.
I did that. I admit I did that. I turned all the lights off.
Mate, Red Dead just first came out, and I was like, right, I need to fucking complete this shit because it was amazing. And I just sat there in the dark with my blinds closed, hoping that no one would knock. And then and then we'd always have to do this thing where at the bottom of our stairs, where the door is, there'd always be a pot of sweets for people to come to. My mum always had to buy extra because I used to fucking smash, like I'd eat the lot. And then on the Halloween night, my mum tended to go out, so I would be at home, and then there would just be me in the dark playing Red Dead, eating sweets. That's win-win, because going to parties to dress up in promiscuous ways was not my form of.
Well, you didn't have to dress up in promiscuous ways.
If you're like 15 or 16 and you're going to a Halloween party, 9 times out of 10, it's just a way to dress up really slutty. Come on, it is.
If you say so.
So I'd rather just be sat home chilling, playing some Red Dead. It's more fun. Or World of Warcraft. Or StarCraft.
I mean, you could do it what Toby done that time, just wrap loo roll around you and go to see, I'm a mummy.
I mean, didn't he only do that because he was broke as fuck and couldn't afford a costume?
Probably.
Who knows?
So yeah, so what is Halloween to you guys?
Risa, I'll let you start.
Yeah, I never celebrated Halloween till years ago. When was that? Don't let me think. What's years ago?
Oh, Halloween party at Opto.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
That's 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was the first time and only time that I celebrated Halloween.
What? So when you was younger,
yeah.
Did you never go trick or treating? Did you never dress
exist. Up? I'm Portuguese, by the way. That didn't happen.
What do you mean?
Like nobody cared.
What do you mean no one cared?
Nobody cared. It's not a thing. I mean, we know it's Halloween, but it's like not really a thing.
What? So you never? So you're saying to me that no one ever never brought a pumpkin and cut it out, and no one ever.
No, never done that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like the best part of Halloween.
Never done that.
Is you put like really rude gestures into your pumpkin and put it outside.
No.
Never done that.
No.
We should do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got to. I've never carved a pumpkin before.
Have you not?
I haven't.
You're from England / Wales. You have no excuse whatsoever not to do that.
Apart from the fact that I've never really celebrated Halloween. I remember once when I was really young, we my mum did like a little party thing. Me and my brother, like we have like little like Halloween pick and mix, and we like decorated the house in Halloween stuff. I think we got it from Asda. You can get like this Halloween soundtrack CD. You used to like pop on it for like scary sounds and that sort of stuff, just like atmosphere. Well, that's all I've done until the party at Opto.
So, am I the only one out of us lot that actually celebrated Halloween properly?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not being funny. You know, locking yourself in, playing Red Dead, eating the sweets. Is that really celebrating Halloween?
Yes.
So the reason I say properly, I didn't always do that. That was when I grew older. When I was a kid, I remembered Halloween used to sometimes fall the same time as a fun fair in my town. So multiple years in a row, what they would do is you would have Halloween, and then you would go to the fun fair. They changed it in the last few years, but Halloween I used to go with my mum when I was a lot younger. So we would go with our like family friends. So when I was younger, I had a really close friend whose mum was close to mine, and she had loads of kids. So every year we'd end up dressing up, or just. I always dressed up as Scream. So I had.
That's the easiest costume about that.
It is, but the mask I got was so realistic, because there used to be a fancy dress shop in my town, but it wasn't like, where you go there and it's a couple of quid and it's a bit shit. This mask was expensive and it was proper.
Yeah.
It felt good. I've still got it upstairs. Every single year I would do that, and I'd have a plastic knife around with me and this, that and the other. In hindsight, if you did that now, you're arrested. But so what we used to do is we'd go around trick-or-treating with people every single year. It was good fun. We'd do pumpkins, we would put some decorations out. We had these little like skull heads that had a little light inside. We used to hang those up. We used that for years. And what happened was that same family, as those kids grew up over time, I'm the youngest in my family, so when I grew out of it, they still came round every year. So the only reason we would get sweets each year was just for our family friend to come round to get sweets.
Yeah.
So going back to the Red Dead thing, they used to go early in the evening, so I knew I couldn't eat them all just yet. So I'd have to save them a little bit, and then they would knock on my door, I'd give them loads of sweets, this, that, and I'd have a chat, and then shut the door, turn the lights off, play games, and then I'd scoff the rest. So whenever someone would knock on my house, I'd open my blinds, or if I was in a conservatory, I'd look around a little bit, and I think that's probably the creepiest shit. I can imagine if you're a little kid just seeing through the glass at a guy's face, like, hello? Just my face, just like...
Just two eyes.
Just two... Hello? Can I have some sweets? Sorry, mate. I'm in a dungeon playing some Warcraft. I'm a bit busy. But yeah, that's what we did like every year. So by the sounds of it, I might be the only one who had a proper experience with Halloween. And I think that like most people, as you grow older, it becomes less and less of a thing, really. And then it just changes into, if you're that way inclined, all it turns into is a party. So, yeah, it's a tricky one, because in America, I know it's so much different, but so for you guys, whenever Halloween comes around, what's your, if we said to each other, like, what we're doing for Halloween, what's your first thought?
Scary movies.
Yeah, probably movies.
When you say scary movies, do you mean
horror movies?
Scary movies as in scary movies, or like scary movies as in not the Scary Movie 1, 2, 3, 4 with like the War of the Worlds,
not
like
the franchise Scary Movie. I mean, like,
come on, that
movies.
is a good series. Okay, no, 11 Friends. That's a shit series, but we all love it.
I think I've seen the first one like bits and pieces.
Oh my god, it was so funny. Me.
Like back home, the only thing that I had was like schools put out decorations.
And
that's about it. So. Pause. Yeah. We're recording again.
Yeah, I mean,
Like the first
Yeah.
thought that comes to mind in Halloween, celebrate Halloween, is watching horror movies, eat some junk food.
When you say
And
horror
call it a day.
movies, what do you mean? So
What do you mean horror movies?
So
The
so
horror
what?
genre.
Okay. Let's just
Horror genre.
let's go from this.
Okay.
What movies or TV shows did you actually watch like on and near Halloween? Like what exact things? Like
Technically nothing, because I don't watch anything.
You don't watch anything.
I don't celebrate Halloween. It's just another day.
I used to watch the Saw movies.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
they
them
are-
on Halloween, but like
They are gory.
They're pretty good. I think it was
they're kind of
episode-
gross.
episode 1. They were locked in a room, and I had this key they're trying to get hold of, and there were two people chained to either side of the room. I can't remember what episode that was now, but it was
It's not episodes, by the way.
yeah. Well,
Saw
Saw
1,
one.
2, 3, 4, whatever.
I think it was Saw 1.
Yeah,
It was Saw 1. It was Saw 1.
Yeah, I've seen those. I didn't see them on Halloween.
I think me and Tim could both agree a staple of Halloween TV has got to be every time it would be on Sky One or BBC. You'd have the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. episode.
Yes.
Oh my god, they're so good.
Yeah, those didn't come at Halloween in Portugal. They just came random times.
I still remember watching it.
At least I don't remember it.
I don't remember a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
I don't remember pretty much any of the episodes, but I do remember one where it was Homer in like a haunted house, and he was going a bit crazy,
Yes.
and he started writing loads of things on the wall.
Also, that was taking a mickey out of a very famous film. but-
Yeah.
Was it?
The Shining.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Um,
I haven't watched that movie. I've been meaning to.
Yes, Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
I don't like
Have
horror.
you never seen? Probably the one of the best.
I don't like it. I've been meaning to watch it, but
Um,
I haven't yet.
but what like so like you say, you didn't celebrate it when it was yours.
No, not really.
So when you knew about it, so what? So when it came round to the 31st October, was it just like another day?
Yeah.
Like literally, it means nothing.
Yeah. I mean, there were like decorations at school and like maybe some supermarkets and stuff. And maybe on TV, they promoted some horror movies that are coming on this weekend because Halloween, but that's about it.
So there was no like, what's it called? It's just like no real emphasis on it. Like, is that
No.
So have
It's
you?
not where I live. Maybe in like bigger cities, like in Lisbon and Porto. Maybe I think they had parties sometimes.
So in
like-
so in Lisbon,
Yeah.
did you ever go there during like Halloween?
No, I know that sometimes they had like some big stuff going on that like promoted on TV on the news, but I never really went to it.
So did you ever go to like a party like during then, or
No,
was that never really your thing?
it's not my thing. Also, didn't really happen around where I live,
Oh yeah, that's true.
or I didn't care to go.
From seeing where you live,
I think my school did it once. I think they tried to like do a Halloween party once.
Yeah, my school
I didn't
had
go
one.
to. I think they tried. I can't remember for sure, but I think they tried.
yeah, we at my school we definitely did. Like, we did do Halloween things, and on Halloween, like the day of Halloween, if it wasn't half term, so where I live, sometimes half term, which for American listeners is kind of like your midterm break, sometimes went over Halloween, but if it didn't, you would sometimes do like pumpkin. Well, I think one year we did pumpkin carving at school, which was really fun actually, which is definitely a staple of like every single fucking Halloween.
Yeah.
But have you noticed that, especially in the UK, I know we're getting like older, so it's less of an emphasis, but less and less people are giving a shit about doing anything Halloween.
Yeah.
When I was
I
growing
don't
up,
know. I mean,
I personally think Halloween is like for young people. It's for children. It's not for like people like us and older people. It's like just another day. But it's really for the young kids.
I'm
to
sure
dress
people
up
still do
and-
parties, we just don't care enough about it.
I don't think that's true. I reckon this is the thing. When you're younger, Halloween is actually Halloween, like how it's supposed to be, trick or treating, doing decorations, things like that.
Yeah.
As you get older, and it becomes parties, which is fine.
Which I went to once.
Yeah, exactly. But I think, honestly, in terms of, like, we were just in a local pub chain, Wetherspoons in the UK, and the pub that we was in could easily to be turned into like a horror place. It was dark. It was
like a horror mansion kind of thing.
Yeah, and in the past they used to do lots. It used to be like ghosts like hanging from the ceiling. There'd be cobwebs everywhere. But this time there was like 3 things hanging from the ceiling. And they didn't really care.
I remember a party on Halloween that I went to in Portugal once. It was what they're called, Bikers Club.
Bikers Club.
Yeah, you know, like bikers. Do they have it this year? Like a bunch of bikers make a group.
Yeah, like I go to like classic car shows and events. People would have it for bikes. Is that what you mean?
Motorcycles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a couple of those where I lived, and I had a friend whose family really like went there a lot, and they invited me 1 year, and I went with them because it was really close to where I live. And they had cake and drinks, and I had cake and drinks, and people danced, and I sat in that cake, ate cake.
So I can.
The decoration really cool though. They had like webs like everywhere, and I think they had pumpkins probably somewhere.
I can imagine the bikers took it. I wouldn't say seriously, but they probably they had a good fun with it.
Yeah, they had fun with it. So like that was 1 year, and I think that was about it. Maybe I'll remember more. I think that was it. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I can like.
I was like 15 probably.
So, I'm just trying to get the perspective. So was your like classmates and things kind of, would they celebrate Halloween more, or is that literally just the town you're in just didn't give a fuck about it? I
think the town, if you're not in the group, so her family was in the bikers group, like both her mom and dad, I think. So they had like events all the time, because I knew other people, like other family members also went there. So like they had like a bar set up and everything, without even being on, you just had a bar at all times, and had like snooker table, I think, and some other things.
So is it just like a traditional like pub, like you'd go here essentially?
Kind of, if you're a biker, yeah, but like it wasn't a warehouse kind of thing also. So it wasn't like in the pub, or is like a house that was turned into a pub, or a restaurant that was turned into a pub. I think it was a warehouse. Sounds very strange. I know. They've changed locations since then to a better place.
I can only imagine like some derelict place with like a couple of barrels sat there, some bikes.
Kind of, yeah. So yeah, they turned it into like they built a bar, and they had like events all the time, and sometimes they like did bonfires and stuff. And they decided to celebrate Halloween that year, I guess. I don't know if they do it every year. But yeah, she invited me and I went, and that was it. Yeah.
It's talking about bonfires and fireworks. In the UK, we celebrate a thing called Guy Fawkes Night. So they basically start selling fireworks now, like in late October to the end of October.
Yeah, the first time that I spent Halloween here, I found it weird that like Tesco just sold fireworks.
And what happens usually on Halloween, people start doing like bonfires now, and people start using fireworks and shit.
They do it now. Even last night I heard fireworks going off.
Yeah, where I live at the moment, there's one guy who sets off fireworks every single night for the last 6 weeks.
That guy must have so much money, because fireworks are so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Did you see Sainsbury's stopped selling fireworks?
Yes, I did see that.
Like I didn't notice.
Yeah, like 3,400 stores or whatever it is now don't sell fireworks.
Why?
Because apparently there was a big campaign to opposing the use of fireworks because it upsets pets, it upsets people with mental illness and things like that.
Well, that's kind of...
But so it was always a staple. Like when on Halloween, you'd see so many people go get load of drink, load of fireworks, and especially where around here, the park just across here over that way. When we was younger, we started building it probably a week and a half before the Guy Fawkes night, and it must have been probably 20 foot high.
Jesus.
And I'm not even joking. There was mattress, like it was me and my brothers all found anything, old mattresses, like wood, like we went to the woods and we'd find tree bark and that lot, and we just built this massive great pile. And bearing in mind it's less than 20 foot away from someone's house. Each year we would do that, and we would want to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and to so far as fact that the local fire station knew what we were doing each year, and they would come earlier and earlier and earlier to put it out, and we would keep setting it alight. So they had to spray it with some foam shit to stop it from going off. And then we got told off by the police one year, so we stopped doing it. But it's so much fun, and I think that's as much as like Halloween as that is like Guy Fawkes in the UK.
Yeah, I remember one year for Guy Fawkes, we walked about 3 miles to walk to a pub for a firework display.
Yeah.
And
was it one of those shitty fireworks in a box, you set it off, way, and then the people just forget about it?
The display wasn't great.
No.
The display was awful.
Did you ever go to the fireworks that we do here?
Well, in Stevenage? No.
The one in Fairlands is huge.
Yeah.
As in, they spent £100,000 just on fireworks.
Yeah.
We should go one year. I think we will see if we can do it this year. But each year, it would probably be 10-15 minutes of pure fireworks. And it's actually a really good event. So we should we'll have a look, see if that's on.
I remember one year we cheesed out and watched a fireworks display for free because Stockwood Park had a massive display on. I can remember we parked up Stocking-Stone Hill, and it's like you can see across most of Luton from up there, and we parked up there, and there's like a grass verge there, and we watched the fireworks for nothing.
I mean, you can't really stop people from looking at fireworks.
I know, but charging going to the park to watch it, or watch it from a height where you can see it go over the whole of Luton. Although Luton's not a great place.
Oh, that's like New Year's Eve with the
No,
fireworks
in Luton
London.
you do hear a lot of bangs and pops going around, but actually not usually fireworks.
But you normally pay to like see fireworks shows.
You know it's true. But yeah, I mean, if we think about more of Halloween, like when you were younger, like did you go out trick or treating? So knocking on people's doors for sweets and candy and stuff.
In a way, you're encouraged all year. Don't talk to strangers, don't take candy from strangers. But on Halloween, it's okay.
No, in Portugal we do that on the November 1st.
Oh my god. It just reminded me, I saw a news article the other day, and there was pictures put up on Instagram where people have been filling up sweets, like, do you know those like saucer sweets?
Yes.
And they've been putting drugs inside it, and they started handing it out to kids.
That's an asshole move.
And one of them says, "Man's getting ready for Halloween, yo," and then it's just a picture of like cocaine that they put into sweets, and I'm like,
what the fuck? I
mean, that's hilarious and very expensive. I'll try and find the article, but it's so funny.
That has to be bullshit.
It has to be, or they're selling it unless they're a drug dealer and just selling it as like, here's Halloween special drugs, yay. Yeah. So did you not ever do trick or treating?
No. In Portugal we do that, like a version of trick or treating. on the next day in the morning.
So what is it? So
It's in All Saints Day. I think that's the translation. I think.
So
Yeah.
what happens is explain the day. Explain the day because I haven't fucking got a clue. So explain the day.
No, you just in the morning you get a bag, a bunch of friends, and you go ask for candy. Sometimes you get money. That's nice, like €1 or like 50 cents.
So you'd go in the mornings, not in the evenings.
Yeah. Don't ask me why. We just did.
Was that like
Not
a
dressed up or
paranoid
anything.
parent thing, or was that more of a this is what everyone did?
It's what people did. Yeah. Don't ask me why. I think.
That sounds a lot safer than going a load of kids walking around streets dressed up.
Yeah.
In the dark.
Going to strangers' houses.
But yeah.
Eh.
I mean, I think it's less popular now. But yeah, I used to do that every
Have
year.
you ever thought about how crazy that must sound? Forget Halloween. You say in the middle of fucking, I don't know, the middle of December, go knock on people's doors
Ask for candy.
dressed up as like random characters and ask for some candy.
Yeah.
That
Or
sounds
just a mask.
Creepy.
That is creepy
Or
as
just a mask.
fuck. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Did that even cross your mind until I said that?
No. You don't think about these things.
No.
Jesus. That must be like a pedo's paradise. Ugh. So
Well, you had to go there.
Yeah,
Rachel.
you have to
Like,
go there,
obviously.
Rachel.
that's just.
Why?
Do you know what it is? Is like you think about these, like you don't ever think of it when you're a kid because you think the whole world's like rosy and beautiful and you don't have to worry about anything. And as you get yeah, kind of. But as you're getting older, you think about the stuff you did as a child. You think, fuck me, how am I surviving?
That's weird. Even at like with Uber, like you taught not to get into cars with strangers, and now you pay for it. you go on your app on your phone, you pay, and some random dude comes and gets you.
So a random dude in a random car,
Oh, yeah.
who the only thing you know about him is his name's Mohammed, and he has a Yaris
Or a
and
Prius.
or a Prius.
Yeah.
And random strangers have given him 4 stars, so you
Yeah.
think he's safe. I'm like, what?
Did he pay people to give them 4 stars?
And do you know that like 9 times out of 10, when you're on your own, you tend to get into the front seat with them as
I
well.
always get in the back.
And that's the thing. I'm gonna start making that a thing because I usually just get in the front and have like a chat with him, or her, him, always. And
Yeah, I never got a woman.
I
No,
never.
Rachel, in today's
Not like
society, you've got to
these
say
are-
they, haven't you?
What?
Not if their name's Mohammed. Not if their name's Mohammed.
Wait, what?
We're not going there. We're not going there. Tim, we're not going
Tim,
there.
are you being offensive? Stop.
No, I'm trying to be in with what today's society seems to be about, but
Let's not talk about pronouns, please.
No, as in, I know what you mean, Tim, and that's perfectly acceptable. But when their name is like Mohammed and
Your name
They-
has nothing to do with
and
it.
and they identify as a male,
You don't know that. It's not in profile that his pronouns or their pronouns are him and his or he.
true, you're right. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. I'll give you that, Tim. I apologise.
That's what Uber needs.
Uh,
Your driver's pronouns are.
your driver identifies as. We laugh about it, but you could actually. This might actually help people.
in the
But,
Apache helicopter.
no, Tim.
That's it.
Anyway,
Do you
we're
think
moving
there-
on.
Do you think there are 100 genders? Have you seen that?
I don't.
Is that
Oh,
that Piers
yeah.
Morgan thing?
I don't think there's
BBC, there's like they made a video like talking about gender sexuality, and like there's talking like 10-year-olds. There's 100 genders or even more.
I don't think there's 100. I think
There's 2.
no. You're wrong, Tim.
There's 2 sexes. That's different than gender.
No, there's.
There's 6. The Royal Medicine something
Mhm.
recognizes 6 genders.
Go. What are they?
Woman, man, trans woman, trans man, non-binary. I can't remember the last one.
And non-gender specific.
Isn't that non-binary?
No, but you got binary and non-binary. So you
The
could.
binary is
so that's why you-
man, woman.
So you could have I think there's about 12 or 10 or 12. So you've got.
Recognized by the
Oh, okay.
Royal Medicine, there's 6.
I think there is.
And then non-binary means
binary
like
man.
100 different things.
So I think there's like
No, that's
cis male, cis female,
trans male, trans female.
Yep.
And then there's non-binary, which I've tried to look up, and there's not like a definition that each website means something different.
Yeah, and I think there's also like,
and there's like, and then there's a bunch of shit.
Well, I mean, I think the one thing we haven't said is people who don't identify either way. They're just kind
That's
of
non-binary.
gender fluid.
Oh, gender fluid. That's it. That's the last one, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, and all those I absolutely fine with, but identifying as like Apache helicopter, no thank you. No, thank you.
I tried to look up some of those like 100 genders, and some of them literally mean the same thing. Like,
don't trigger. We're not triggering people.
No, it's like
we're moving on. We're moving on.
You can identify as every one, but like some of like most articles say that these came from like Tumblr. You say Tumblr? I call it Tumblr. Tumblr. I call it Tumblr.
No one goes on Tumblr anymore because you can't upload porn.
No, but like apparently like most of them come from like people that like today
I identify.
I finally realized what my identity is.
Yeah, which is fair enough. I honestly, I couldn't give a shit.
I've seen some videos, like some of it, I feel like they mistake gender as
preference or
no, even like how you are, like your personality. Because I'm a woman, but I like to wear male's clothes, so that means I'm a non-binary male. And sometimes it's like no, that's
maybe it's just like, a guy that likes wearing a dress. Like, fair enough, do what you want to do, man. I don't care.
Yeah, but like sometimes like. You're confusing
personal preference,
personality, like personal preference with gender.
Yeah, like
but you know.
in your society, if you want to identify as whatever you like, I don't care.
I think it's confusing.
Just don't be offended if I know it's gonna sound bad. Don't be offended if I look at you and you look like a dude and I call you he. Just say I don't identify that. I'd rather be called this. Fair enough. You're perfectly fine.
Yeah. Also,
but don't just turn around. If I say to you, you look like a dude. You're wearing shoe trainers and everything that a male will tend to wear, and then I say, oh, him over there or something. Don't come over and just be like triggered as fuck. Just say, by the way, I identify as this. I'm cool. Cheers.
Also, I saw some people like. Everyone should start introducing themselves with their pronouns. I'm like, no, I don't need to like. If you want to tell me your pronouns, how you prefer to be called, how you want to be called, go for it. Doesn't mean I have to do it as well, just so somebody else feels more comfortable. Maybe I'm not comfortable doing that.
Just think of it this way: if you're fucking Barry the Builder and you turn up with the lads, we're like, all right, guys, I identify as him and he, so make sure you get it right. Like, they ain't gonna do that. Like nobody. That's not me. It's not being offensive. It's just day to day. You're not gonna turn around.
Not, like who in a casual conversation turns up to a group and just hello, I'm whatever, and my pronouns on Wednesdays are they and them.
It's just the thing. If you want to say that to anyone,
fair
go
enough.
for it. I am not.
But don't make it like everybody else also has to do it.
Yeah. And then if
and
you
also,
don't do
this
it,
totally has to do with Halloween.
Yeah.
Shall we move back onto Halloween?
Yeah.
I don't know. We went on a tangent. We're going
basically,
to be cancelled.
we got in a segue and we just let it fucking ride off.
We're going to be cancelled.
We're gonna get cancelled. Oh my god.
Damn it.
This isn't Top Gear. I ain't gonna punch a producer. I'm not getting cancelled.
No, we're getting cancelled.
I mean, yeah, we can.
They tried to get Piers Morgan fired again.
Oh yeah, fucking hell. To be fair, Piers Morgan says the shit that the majority of people probably are thinking.
Like, I watched the segment that people tried to get him cancelled for. I don't agree with all of what he said, but he made some good points.
Yeah.
That said, most of what he says is stupid shit.
Piers Morgan is a guy you agree with but won't force it out in public.
No, not even that. I don't agree with most of what he says. But on that specific, I did agree with most of what he said. Sometimes for me, 80% of what he says is complete bullshit. But those rare 20% kind of make sense.
But that's the thing, right, fuck it. We're not going down this route. Let's try and pull ourselves back to Halloween.
No, that was why would we? How did it that even started?
I don't know.
Because Tim had to make a joke about Uber drivers. Thanks a lot, Tim.
To bring this
You're
back,
welcome.
to bring this back around, do you think Uber drivers will dress up for Halloween? Do you think they'll get like
I'm pretty
more
sure
stars?
they can because he has
Can you
to see
imagine if
their
Uber
face.
comes up and he's like wearing like a Mike Myers mask and has like a box of sweets?
I would.
Well, do you know what? Do you know the funniest thing is? Even if you run away, he's still getting money because of cancellation fees.
God, doesn't get a lot.
Talking
though.
about Uber, I remember I was in a hotel in Birmingham and I was going to Comic Con and I called an Uber, and when I was standing, the fucker didn't want to drive to me, so he just sat at the other side of the parking lot and then just waited for me, didn't call me, and all of my mates were all just waiting there for him. He was just sitting there. I then called him, he's like, I'm not coming to you, you have to walk over. I'm like, geez, it's chucking it down with rain. I'm in costume, like I've got the Matt Smith costume on. My friends have got makeup on. Come to us. And he's like, no. And he just charged me a couple of quid for cancellation. I was like, you fucker.
Actually, that never happened to me. Every time I've called an Uber, I've been pretty lucky. They've always been nice. There was one guy that I told him I was going to Lisbon. And he asked me how do you say that in Portuguese? So I said Lisboa. And his response was, oh, so you guys don't say the N? I'm like, no, we just don't have. Like, what?
But yeah, no, bring this back. Talking about Comic Con. Okay, I'm going to do a segue. You ready? Talk about Comic Con. That features movies and TV shows.
Does it?
And movies and TV shows. What TV shows and stuff do you watch during Halloween? Go. Rita, you meant to answer. I tried my best with this fucking segue. Please. Please.
I don't watch it.
For fuck's sake, I tried so hard.
Don't.
Oh my god.
Okay, I guess last year I watched Halloween near Halloween. The
As
new
it,
one.
the original one.
Not last year. When did that came out? The 2 years before. 2017.
So the
I don't know.
The remake.
When it came out, yeah.
No, that was last year.
It was last year.
100%.
So last year I watched Halloween near Halloween.
I'm going to go one up. Last year, I watched the original in a cinema near Halloween.
I was going to, but then I didn't.
Did we say we was going to go to Hatford to watch it and then didn't end up doing it?
I don't think
Because
so.
I know, like, that's the thing, me and Karen went and watched it in Hatford and I don't think it was in Luton.
No, I think there was one because I looked at it and then I didn't.
The
do it.
original Halloween movie, my god, I love it so much. It's so creepy.
Never seen it.
Have you not?
I don't like horror movies. I want to see the new one because I want to see
We're
the
actually going to
clothing.
see if there's Halloween again this year, because like the original.
I've checked it like a bunch of times. I don't think there is.
It's so good. That's where the idea of the Mike Myers type thing started, really.
Wait, what?
Like, as in,
I mean, slasher movies?
yeah.
I guess.
I mean, it was such a good movie anyway. Like, just thinking about like the way it was shot and how cheaply it was like made, and it's so iconic.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like
I'm looking at like the screenings on Halloween in Luton. There's Countdown, which is the app that counts down to your death, which sounds so fucking stupid.
by the sounds of it, I'd rather watch Countdown than Countdown. Do you know the TV show Countdown? Diddle-did-diddle-did-dum.
No.
Damn it.
Doctor Sleep, which is the sequel to The Shining. And that's it. Yeah, well, there's a bunch of other movies, but like horror movies, like I guess is Zombieland a horror movie?
It's a zombie movie.
It's a zombie movie. Yeah, we went to see it that yesterday.
Oh, is that what Double Tap?
Yeah. There's the Addams Family. That's a kids' film. It's not really. It's horror-ish.
Okay, so actually no, we won't talk about Zombieland because I really want to see that. I'm gonna go see it.
For me at Halloween, I don't really watch much. Obviously, traditional Simpsons is obviously a tradition I like to watch every Halloween.
Yeah.
Other than that, the last few years I watched Paranormal Activity.
Which one out of the 15 million that they made?
I watch either one that's on, you know.
The last one I watched.
Never watched it.
Do you know the last one I watched? I can't remember which one it was. They were in a house and it had a swimming pool, and one of the babies were getting like possessed or something.
Yeah.
Isn't it all of them?
That was really creepy. I can't remember which one it was. Probably Paranormal 3 out of 30 something. Paranormal, the original, it was a really good concept, and then they milked it to shit.
Well, yeah.
So Paranormal Activity basically is a CCTV.
I know what it is. I've never seen it, but I know what it is. Everyone knows what Paranormal Activity is.
Should we have a
footage kind of thing?
Yeah. Should we watch it? Should we do a binge watch of all of them?
I'd rather not.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, no, I mean, Halloween is not really isn't really that big of a thing in the UK or like Portugal or fucking anywhere in Europe. I don't think it's. Honestly, I think it's definitely an American thing. It's definitely something that Americans absolutely love. But that's the thing. It depends on what we talk about Halloween. If it's going to be, if we're talking about Halloween in the sense of dressing up and trick or treating, or do we talk about it as more of an idea? And I think, like, in America, it's such a tradition. Like, they make it. They love the holidays out there. They love their spring break. They like their Thanksgiving. They like their Christmas and things like that. And companies have really taken onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think today's day and age we are looking at Halloween more as a way that companies just purely make money?
Oh, it's commercial. It's
most
a commercial
holidays
holiday.
have been turned commercial. It's not a commercial holiday. It existed before. It was turned to commercials. Like every holiday, right? Like, has been commercialized by something. I mean, Christmas, like Coca-Cola, just took over Christmas and bought Santa Claus to be in their ads every year.
The funniest thing is, most people in the UK and probably around the world, they say the same thing. It's not Christmas until the Coca-Cola advert is on TV. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But why? It's a fucking drink. You made a lorry.
Just they connected themselves so much with the Santa Claus, which I think they were lucky because
he's red.
And they make such good Christmas ads. So you just connected with. It's true. Every year there's a Coca-Cola super Christmassy ad. There was ones where there's to see the trucks and they go around the villages and everyone's so happy to see it, and the polar bears are so happy to see Coca-Cola, and Santa Claus just delivered all the presents and he whips out a Coca-Cola bottle or something like that.
Did you see that every single year that the Coca-Cola truck goes around the whole of the UK?
Yes.
And it attracts so many fucking people. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But so why? That's the thing. Halloween, I think for all of us, I think we can all agree, it's definitely turned into something that isn't. I don't know the word. It's just. Halloween has now become so boring, and that's not just because we're getting older. I just think that unless we were American or had kids of our own, it's really boring, especially if you don't go to parties.
I mean, it's just another day. Yeah, I mean, if you don't celebrate it, it really is just another day.
Yeah.
Where some people around you go crazy.
Do you know the biggest thing that I like about Halloween? I know this is sound really nerdy, but so many video games start putting Halloween events and stuff on, and that makes.
I mean, yeah, Luigi's Mansion comes out, I think, the day before Halloween.
Yeah.
Or on Halloween.
Because. Oh, go on.
You know what I say, don't you?
Go for it.
Simpsons hitting around level 7.
Oh my god! I was about to say something completely different than that. Fuck me, that's so good. Go for it. Talk about it.
Basically, people who don't know, Simpsons Hit and Run is a game of 7 levels, but it's set over a time span of a week. And level 7 is when all the aliens land and the zombies land, and everything. There's so many Halloween and Easter eggs on there. I mean, even when you do like donuts on the grass, you get bones stirring up.
So
and all the cars are like Halloween themes. Like you've got a hearse going around, you got like a Bones car going around.
To explain it really simply, imagine GTA set in Springfield in a very cartoony way.
Yeah.
However, it's one of the best games of the 20th century. I don't care, the 21st century. It's amazing. If you've never played it,
play it.
If there's 3 games that need to be remastered,
well, that one is being remastered.
Is it really?
It is really being remastered.
Are you being serious?
I'm being serious.
No way. Show me.
I mean, I think I saw that somewhere.
It's GTA Vice City and San Andreas as one has to be remastered for PlayStation 4 or even PlayStation 5 and PC. I want that more than anything. I want the original Warcraft series being remastered and Simpsons Hit and Run.
It's been hinted.
So at the moment, Tim's showing me on his iPad, the Simpsons Hit and Run producer hints that the game could be remastered. Oh my god.
That probably means it's going to be remastered.
So that basically means it's not getting remastered. Because, yeah.
No, that means it's getting it. I'm pretty sure that means.
Oh my god, I want that so badly. But yeah, no, talking about video games, like, that's probably the one thing we all love about games is when they do like a Halloween event. Because
not really, I could care less.
Like Simpsons Hit and Run, yes, that Halloween event is phenomenal.
You're so blunt with that. You're like, I don't care.
But Halloween means nothing to me. Not
it's
really.
just basically your game, but with dead people and bones and shit. It's cool as shit.
Yeah, I could get that every day of the year. There's like a bunch of like zombie video games and like horror video games.
Actually,
it's not like that
talking
exclusive to Halloween.
Do you know what I said earlier that I played Red Dead on Halloween?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what version of Red Dead I was playing?
I'm guessing 1.
Probably 2.
No, this was years ago. Red Dead 1, and what came out for it?
Halloween expansion.
Do you remember the undead one they did?
No.
Go on there, type Red Dead DLC. You'll see it. As soon as you see it, you'll probably regret that you didn't play it.
Well, it's like zombies instead of
Have a look.
I can't see it.
criminals, police, whatever. Okay, they are now looking.
Oh, that's what it's called.
And they're not finding it.
So this is what it was. Red Dead, called Undead Nightmare. It was £10 DLC. It basically put so much extra story, and it was all zombies. And that's what I was playing.
Sweet.
So does that give context of why I was playing at that time? Yeah. But talking about like Halloween in video games, like for me in
Simpsons Hit and Run has got to be at the very top.
Wrong. You know what game I'm gonna you know what game I'm gonna say that
I don't.
World of Warcraft?
Yep, it has a Halloween event.
Of course.
And not only that,
But all of those like online games have Halloween events.
yeah. But World of Warcraft was one of the first, if not the first, that online game that did Halloween events. Because what they do is they put pumpkins everywhere, they put loads of things to do, they make their own lore about it, and it's so much fun. It's like the Hit and Run. Hit and Run would be better than the Halloween event in Warcraft, but I think for all of us nowadays, like we don't really watch movie and TV shows. We'd rather play games on Halloween.
All I can do now is hear Simpsons Run the music for level 7. That's going around my head right now.
What was it?
Let's just
Copyright.
Okay. Yeah, we all know what that is. We all know what that is.
But yeah,
The
like,
Sims, the home of the donut head.
yes.
Oh my god! my god, I want the remaster
have no
more than
idea what you're
anything.
talking
Do
about.
you remember the car where you can ride on the
No idea.
witch's broom?
Yes, and there was one that you'd ride on top of the car as well. I can't remember what fucking car it was, but
Was it the ghost one?
Yes.
Yes.
oh my god, that was I don't fucking hell.
Yeah, so like the Resident Evil 5, 6 and the triple pack is releasing on Switch 2 days before Halloween. Like Luigi's Mansion is releasing on Halloween. So they're definitely taking advantage of scary games
Yeah.
on Halloween.
I want to play that game now.
Oh my god, fucking hell. Oh, Simpsons Hit and Run was so good. Like, the Simpsons Road Rage was okay.
Average.
Average
Very
at
average.
best. And then they came out of Hit and Run and it was fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
Like,
Never played it.
Rita, when it gets remastered, if it gets remastered.
When it gets remastered.
When, if, maybe.
When?
You're playing it. We're getting you to play it and you're going to do a review for us. And
Actually, no, we get her to play the original now.
No, we'll wait for a remaster because it's do you know what? You can get it on PC and you can put a million mods on it as well.
Yeah.
But we'll wait till it comes out. If that comes out on Switch, that'd be sick.
It probably will if they remaster it.
So, but do you know one thing that I've realised? All these games that you talk about are American games. Have you noticed that? Like,
Yeah?
Like like Simpsons Hit and Run, Simpsons American, made by an American. World of Warcraft American.
Well, I'm pretty sure Grand Theft Auto have a Halloween add-on where you can. There's definitely.
Was that what in like GTA 5 or something?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a big
Yeah.
GTA.
I'm
like
pretty
GTA
sure
Vice City and San Andreas are my game.
I'm pretty sure there are mods for it.
Oh yeah,
But
I'm not saying that.
Obviously, everyone knows that GTA is from Scotland, so
Yeah, owned by an American.
it's a British game.
Yeah. People just presume that GTA is
I'm
like
pretty sure most Americans don't know that. Unless they're like fans of the franchise. I probably think GTA, like, yeah, that's
Yeah, I
definitely
don't
an
know
American
was
game.
there's a mod in GTA 5 for the PC only where you can get Friday the 13th.
Yep. Talking about Halloween and that, do you remember on Call of Duty, did you ever do Michael Myers with your mates?
No.
So what we would do is, the premise of Michael Myers is he goes around like killing people, right?
Yeah.
What you would do is, on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, it'd be me and my mates from school would all go into a party together, and there'd be one person who would be Michael Myers, so he'd run around with a knife, and then your job was to not fucking die, and then all you'd be doing is sprint around the entire map not dying, and the person who died the first has to be Michael Myers. And some of these maps on there were huge, weren't they? I think it was like Bog or something. What's it? Do you remember the massive map that had a little tunnel in the middle, and it was just like it's like a whole green area, and it was like a little tunnel in the middle.
Yeah.
That map was the funniest shit because you would chase people for about 20 minutes around and round and round in circles, and then if you imagine, the closer and closer you get, the tenser it was.
My favourite map will always be Nuketown. It's a small map, but so fun for kills.
Why?
Never played it.
Imagine you're on there with all your mates. Think how many kills you'll get.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
there's little hiding places as well. So you're always out open, you know.
what was
Right.
That
the
sounds the least fun.
what was the map that had? It was like an empty river in the middle, and you had the bridge across it, and then you had a little house there. So you had a little house. You went outside, and there was like an empty river, and it would cross to another house. They put it in Modern Warfare 2 as a remaster. It was COD 4. It was in. This had nothing to do with Halloween, by the way. We're just nerds, and we want to find out.
No, this Halloween episode, we clearly love Halloween.
We're really trying. We're really trying. But you'd all know by now, we just ramble about... There's completely off topic. Have you found it?
I haven't found it, no.
Yeah, I'll find it.
I don't
quick.
ramble.
Just...
There was a list of maps on there.
Nope. Just get rid. All you do is type in card for maps. Go to images. And then I know it by the picture. There it is. That was... I can't remember what it's called. So, what was it?
This is fascinating part of the episode.
Brief intermission. So,
where they're just looking at pictures at Google Pictures.
We need to do some music for us for intermission.
Overgrown. That was what it's called. Crash was good as well. Crash was work. Overgrown. That one. You remember it, don't you?
Yes, I do now.
I don't.
My fuck. Yes, I do remember.
But yeah, so like, just thinking in terms of this year, like, what is everyone's plans for Halloween? Like, what do you want to do for Halloween?
Well,
Any ideas for Halloween?
I'll probably be working, but I know we planned to go to London on the 30th, so probably do it on the 30th.
I'm working on the 31st.
So on the 30th, what have you got planned?
Nothing.
Nothing. We just said it'd be nice to go to London,
Maybe.
and we're trying to get Chloe to come to London, but
That's never gonna happen.
That's never going to happen. Queen Bale, 100%. So 30th.
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
What?
What's in the Prince
Okay,
Charles
so
cinema?
if we said like we want to do something for Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
let's say even on the 31st, whatever. What would you do as like us who don't want to go to fucking parties and like?
I guess we could go
that?
see a horror movie. I
Yeah.
think that's the simplest thing to do. Get dinner, get a bunch of junk food, go see a horror movie.
Can we go watch Shaun of the Dead? I know it's not a horror movie, but it's the best film of all time.
thank you.
I disagree.
Mr. Daddy, Rita's never seen Shaun of
I've
the
never
Dead.
seen Shaun of the Dead.
Let's have a look. Have they got it in the Prince Charles Theatre?
I'm looking at no. Oh, they have The Shining on the 30th. We could go see that one.
Actually, that's a good idea.
It's at
I like Shining.
9:15. Oh, they do have Shaun of the Dead
Okay, what day?
on the
30th.
30th
21st.
in 35mm. I kind of want to see The Shining.
Can we go see Shaun of the Dead in cinema?
I kind of want.
Yes.
I kind of want to go see Shining.
What is the Prince Charles Cinema? It's in London.
Yeah. They show like all the old movies and stuff.
It's like an independent theater.
The 30th
They have The
at
Exorcist.
at 9 o'clock. Can we go watch Shaun of the Dead?
Why not?
I can do
So
that.
by the time this podcast comes out, it'll be on the 30th, so...
So yeah, tonight we're going to watch
Shaun of the Dead.
Dead.
Maybe.
Do you know the thing is, like,
Don't bail on us.
please
Oh
don't
my
bail.
god.
Shaun of the Dead is the only movie I can do every single line from, like from start to finish. I can read you out the script in my
Please
head.
don't.
Like
That's
I
not-
remember watching it with Karen, and for nearly an hour, I just was saying it like murmuring the whole script. And then Karen's like, Mitchell, please stop. I was
If you
like,
do that, I'm moving away.
I was like,
seats from you.
but it's so good. But yeah,
I'm not sitting next to you if you do that. That's annoying.
so yeah, like the plans
Stop
for like adults for Halloween tend to just be like,
If you have kids, it's probably, forced to go out trick-or-treating with the kids, isn't it?
Not really. If you don't tell them about trick or treating, they won't know about it.
but do you think that's still the case, or do you think kids nowadays just want to do what we did, sit at home and just play games and then just
Okay.
fuck the rest of the world?
I'm going to throw this point out here.
Yeah.
Would kids prefer to, play Halloween add-on on Fortnite and go trick-or-treating?
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%, 100%, a billion percent. Most kids, like, I think we're of a generation who still remember not having, like, apart from me, but you guys probably remember not having, like, but still going out to do trick-or-treating and playing games. Nowadays it's kind of like you play games and you might do some trick-or-treating, probably not.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, like, just going to watch horror movies is kind of the thing that most people tend to do.
Yeah, it's just default.
What you doing on
For
Halloween?
Halloween.
Go watch some horror movies or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's always an
Some
excuse.
candy.
It's always an excuse
Although
to
I
get
hate
that one
candy.
person who hates horror movies to watch them. It's like,
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't watch horror movies unless I'm going with people.
so you're the prime example. I don't like horror
movies.
movies, but it's Halloween. Fine, I'll go watch it. What's the worst horror movie you've watched?
The worst horror movie.
And I don't mean like bad as in like scary. And I don't mean scary movie.
Bad as in bad.
Yeah, as in you watch it and went, what the fuck is actually going on?
I don't know, probably one of the Saw movies, which are kind of shit. It's all just gore and nothing else.
Have you ever been to Fort Park?
No?
They've got an actual ride themed after Saw.
Why?
It's one of the best rides ever. Tim, show a picture of it. Get a picture of Saw the ride. You'll look at it and go, I'm never going on that.
Yeah. But probably Saw. I don't watch that much horror movies, so I don't know, but yeah, probably Saw. One of the Saws. It's just a horror.
It's not. Look in.
roller coaster.
Let me try and find a picture of this.
But
But
we'll
like,
get Mitchell to add a photograph right here on the podcast of it, if we can find one.
definitely not. I'm too lazy.
Yeah, stop promising stuff that
Yeah,
not
Tim.
gonna happen.
Anything post-production wise, you remember I'm the laziest shit when I come to this. Where is it? That's part of the inside, and you've got all the screens inside.
Okay.
It's got like a reciprocating saw on the drop.
Why would somebody do that to themselves?
Do you know what? Like, have a look at this. That's a drop. It goes up and then in itself. Where is it? Is there a picture? Like, there's so many things out there that's all themed on like Halloween. Like, oh, there you go. As you get close to it, this spins around like that far away from your head.
Jesus.
Can
No.
we go Fort Park
No.
next year?
No.
Why?
No.
Please.
No.
Tim, can we go Fort Park?
Yeah.
Cool. Sorted. We're going to Fort Park next year.
I'm not.
You sure?
No.
Rita's coming. We're going to do a vlog.
I've technically worked on a haunted house. When I was doing voluntary work on Comic-Con in Portugal, they had a haunted house. This was in December, by the way. They had a haunted house.
So it has nothing to do with that
No.
Halloween.
And they had
The
like
scary shit.
Yeah, and they had like zombies from like The Walking Dead kind of stuff. I was a mummy. Yeah. And they had some other stuff I can't remember. I think they had like a centaur. It wasn't that good. It was like they had a centaur, I think, and like a monster from like the labyrinth, and maybe some ghosts.
You were working on it. So
I was a
how the
volunteer.
fuck do you become a mummy in a haunted house as a volunteer? Explain.
I was a volunteer, and they put me in the haunted house, and your job at the haunted house was like just they dress you up as some shit, and you're there and like scream at people.
How did you what? Like,
Yeah.
how on earth do you think after building some Lego go right? I'm just gonna go online. I'm gonna be a mummy. That's a good
I
idea.
didn't volunteer to be a mummy. I volunteered to be a volunteer at Comic-Con. And then they put you in like different departments, and I was put.
You were putting
The
the mummy,
haunted house.
the mummy haunted
And
house.
then they chose me to do the mummy, and I was like, fine, whatever.
Please, have you got a picture of you as a mummy?
I did.
Oh my god.
Like, let me
And
look
by the
for
way,
it.
no, I'm not inputting a picture here because I'm lazy.
I wouldn't let you anyway. You guys are missing some
We're,
weird shit.
we'll get an audio description of it from Tim. He'll describe what we're seeing.
Oh, you're better at doing all the descriptions than I am.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving it to you.
Let me, if I could find it, I would. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, let's have a look.
Basically, it looks like she's had an accident with a loo roll, and it's gone very
It's
wrong.
not loo, it's like gauze? Is that?
Have you had an accident at work that wasn't your fault?
So basically,
here's the proof.
I had an accident.
So basically, they painted
They
around my
didn't
eyes.
put a fucking sign there when it was sleepy, but I saw it, but I still slipped anyway, and now I look like this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so basically, like around my eyes, I painted everything black, and then just put a bunch of gauze around me, including my face, arms, legs, and around my shoes.
Can we dress you up this year like that as well?
Please don't. But yeah. And then like it fall apart halfway through. So like just like hanging off me. It wasn't that bad. Other people hated it being the mommy. I was like, whatever.
I'll do it, fuck it.
Yeah.
So going back to rides, I just found a picture of what Space Mountain looks like with the lights on at Disneyland.
Show me. What is that, Disney World?
Disney World. That's what Space Mountain looks like with the lights on.
What does it have to do with anything?
I don't know. I just looking at the store ride and that was
To be fair, Space Mountain is a phenomenal ride.
Yeah.
Holy
Sure.
moly! But that's the thing. The one in Disneyland Paris, which I'm going to next year.
I thought you were going to Florida.
No, I'm doing Disneyland Paris next year, then doing Florida the year after. Then I'm doing Tokyo the year after. But the one in Paris
That's the one I went on.
is actually more intense than one in Florida because it's called Hyperspace Mountain. The one
in Paris is more.
Yeah. My God.
Yeah, because I went on the one in Paris.
Yeah.
Never
And
mind.
I'm pretty sure at one point it went upside down and done lips upside down.
Don't all of them?
Don't ask me. Like I haven't been to Disney since I was 10. I've been there
never
for
been to
12
Disney.
years.
I've
So
never been to Disney.
Save up, please. Save up.
We could all go together.
I cannot save up.
Fuck it. But yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it.
That's not.
We were just saying earlier, like it costs absolutely nothing to go to Paris.
I don't know if I believe that. It has to be lucky to get super cheap tickets.
No, it's a general ticket's like £98 return to Paris, like generally.
I thought it was £60 earlier.
That's on a deal, but like an expensive ticket's £98, and I've looked. Believe me, I've looked.
Yeah, but then you have to get the Euro Disney tickets, and then you have to stay somewhere.
It's if you want a good trip to Disneyland Paris, and I've looked into this.
It's not Disneyland.
You're right, but if you want Euro Disney,
There you go.
It'll cost you about £1,000 for a week for 7 days.
Yeah.
So that is travel, that's spending money, that is like everything.
I think it cost my parents about $3.5-4 grand.
No, that's
Yeah, but
four
then
of you.
but that's 4 of you. So if you divide that by 4, Tim.
Yeah, that's alright.
I'm
I'm a bit slow today, guys.
But no, the reason why I'm talking about this, and it's a good segue. Like,
Is it?
no, it really is.
Is
Like,
it a good segue?
like when you have a look at Halloween, what's the thing you think about is like, haunted mansions and fucking scary shit.
There used to be a haunted mansion in Disneyland. I don't know if there is anymore.
Disney World's still there.
Is it?
Yeah, and Disneyland Paris has got a haunted mansion.
Okay.
But what I was
They
getting
made
at,
a movie about it.
was in like Disney parks, they always do Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, and by the looks of it, it looks so good.
Yeah. What was it? House of Mouse. Didn't they have like a Halloween special thing? I remember that.
Yeah.
House of, from the Disney Channel or some shit. I think I had that in like VHS.
Yeah. But did you know that what I was trying to do? Nowadays, Halloween has turned into less of something to scare people and more just to be like, like when I've looked at videos from it, it's they give out candy and things, but they will do you could go there dressed up or not, but they make it a whole thing. They put a whole performance on, and it looks amazing, and I want to go so badly.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I would hate to go like mid-September, October time to Paris because it's going to be probably cold. But if you go to one in Florida, that'd be beautiful. I can't wait to go. It's gonna be so good. But so what are your guys' thoughts on like the way that like modern culture has like turned Halloween? It used to be like actually scary, and now it's kind of like.
Was it?
Well, you know what I mean. Nowadays, it's all like really like commercialized and for kids.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you mean for kids?
as in, it's no longer trying to scare anyone. It's just kind of like, here's a pumpkin and a scary ghost. Instead of.
That was always.
I don't think it was. I think.
Yes, it was.
I don't know.
How was it scarier like 20 years ago?
Because you'd walk out your house and you'd probably get killed.
How is that any different than today?
You're right. You're right. But I don't know. It's just changed over the time, and I just think I don't know.
Has it?
Yeah,
Has it though?
kind of.
Yeah.
Has it though? How? Like for me, it's exactly the same since I've never really celebrated it. Like how has it changed? Give me an example. A real example. Not it was scarier when I was a kid.
Back in the day,
Okay.
you know,
Define back in the day. 5 years ago, 10, 20, 15.
I'm going back, 10, 15 years ago.
Okay.
Would there be like a whole 2-3 aisles in the supermarkets dedicated to Halloween?
Probably yes.
On the sort of scale where you can buy, costumes, masks, hat, decorations, everything.
Probably yes. I'm gonna say yes.
No. And I know this for a fact. My mum used to work at Sainsbury's, and when I was younger, I used to meet up her like when she finished, and the Halloween aisle has tripled in size since I was a kid. And
so that means more popular.
No,
not necessarily. That means it's more popular. It means the companies are striving on the commercial side to get more money in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people are buying more, so it's more popular.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily more popular. I think it's probably always been the same popularity, but they're putting more and more effort into selling new stuff.
It's the companies forcing Halloween onto us. Not that it's not there for the demand. It's the companies forcing Halloween on us to make money.
Yeah, but isn't that the principle of every business?
As much. If people didn't buy it as much, they wouldn't have it.
But isn't that the principle of every single
also
business?
that's all businesses are pushing you to buy stuff from them.
Oh no, Apple don't want you to buy the latest products.
Yeah.
Said no one
here's
ever.
a new iPhone, I guess.
Don't
buy if you want or not, we don't care.
It's got a good camera or something, buy it.
Come see me, I can do you a...
Hey, we're not but yeah, like I don't know.
Other stores are available to buy an iPhone, and other phones are available. Not that you want to go for them.
But what we fucking BBC now? Sorry guys. Yeah, you could buy this new Apple iPhone. Other phones are available, please, but don't buy them. Maybe buy them. I don't know if buy them. I'm BBC. I must be completely unbiased.
Buy iPhone.
Yeah.
Tim, you're just feeding into a person with the same name as you.
Absolutely.
You see, I was.
They're the same person.
They are the same person.
Have you ever seen me and Tim Cook in the same room?
No.
There you go then.
Because Tim Cook probably doesn't go outside the US. He goes into India, goes, by the way, I want to sell phones, and they're like, no. People know what the drama around India and phones, and if you're a nerd. But yeah, like Halloween.
Sum it up for us, Mitchell. Sum it up for us.
Halloween is, if you're into it when you're a kid, it's great. If you're not, it's annoying. And as an adult, if you have kids, it's great and expensive. If you're an adult and don't have kids, you're just watching movies. Or if you're Rita, it's another fucking day and no one gives a shit. Just move along.
Or if you have a kid screaming for chocolate, it's annoying.
Tim?
Okay, that has to... Tim.
That's not the kids'
What
fault.
does that have to do with?
Stop feeding your kids fucking chocolate. Come on.
Damn it.
I was trying to get into Rita what we saw this morning, but...
Yeah, I got that, but it has nothing to do with this.
Tim, this isn't the Trigger Rita podcast.
This has
We could do that in many different ways.
Also, I thought it was funny.
It was kind of funny.
You were way more triggered than I am. You're like somebody bumps into you and you go off on them. Like they try to kill you and like to steal your phone.
There's so many more ways you can trigger Rita than it is just having a kid getting really angry because he's got no chocolate.
Yeah. Also has nothing to do with this. It wasn't even Halloween.
Like, I'm
Tim
thinking of ways to trigger Rita and I really don't want to. So
Tim is the one that keeps derailing this podcast.
Yeah, it's him. So stop derailing it.
Jesus. Same thing as last week. It was just out of nowhere. Mass murder. Why?
I wanted to do it like a Welsh joke, but then it's quite sad, so I won't. So let's continue.
I do the Welsh joke.
Is it about how they fuck cheese?
I mean, they do. I mean, yeah, they do. But no, I was going to say, stop derailing the fucking podcast because no, I won't go there. Continue. Just go. No, go, Tim.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Just say stuff. You're good at derailing it, and now you're really good at putting it back on track.
Mentioning something that has nothing to do with it.
So I'm gonna just sum up my thoughts of Halloween. I think Halloween over the years has become more and more commercialised. It's, not about the history or celebration of Halloween as it was.
Okay, what do you know about the history of Halloween?
I know nothing.
Don't pretend you know anything about, like when you were a kid, it was about the celebration of Halloween.
But I know nothing because all I was brought up knowing was...
the same with Christmas, you'd go speak with like old people or elderly people, like when I was young, Christmas was about Jesus, and now you all kids only want presents.
I was brought up knowing
Tim,
that.
this is exactly like when people go, oh, back in my day, it was so much better because this and this reason. I'm like, okay, so when you were younger and not fucking like grouchy.
How the Halloween was celebrated to its maximum potential with commercialism.
And bearing in mind, you literally just said, less than 30 minutes ago, you did nothing on Halloween. How is it better now than it was back then? You don't give a shit both ways. Come on!
I'm just trying to get my opinion across.
Now tell me
how have you got an opinion? You didn't even do Halloween.
Tell me how when you were a kid, it was more about the essence of Halloween.
The essence of Halloween, while I was just sat there in the dark with your blinds closed going, I don't want this Halloween shit, I just want the sweets.
That's true.
Is that the essence of Halloween?
And Rita, we know your opinion. You ain't got a clue about
Halloween means nothing to me.
So, have I got to put my opinion as the only person who did anything for Halloween?
I missed the real essence.
The real
Back
essence.
in my day.
Essence.
In my day, nobody cared.
The real essence of Halloween,
No, they do.
Realistically, for me as a kid, was purely just having a day of the year where you could dress up as a spooky character, not have it be a thing, and not have it be a kind of a problem, and just have fun. That's probably why I do cosplay.
And eat a shit ton of candy.
It's probably, that's probably why I do cosplay, Just because I love dressing up as those characters when I was younger, and now I'm like, when I'm now 22 and younger, I was like, you know what I should do? I should dress up as characters still. It's like every time this is the thing, every time you do Comic-Con, it's literally like Halloween, but for like nerdy people. It's great. That's the essence. That's the essence of Halloween.
There's holidays in other cultures that they dress up. Not Halloween.
That's the essence of Halloween. It allows nerdy
Cosplay.
people to
Japanese tradition.
No, this is the essence of Halloween. It allows non-nerdy people to dress up without being judged once a year, and then the nerdy people dress up as characters whenever the fuck they want, and they don't care about being judged. That's the essence of Halloween. Sorted. You're welcome.
What do you think, Tim? Is that the essence of Halloween?
That's the essence of Halloween.
You expert.
It allows you to dress up as characters without being judged. Yeah. Cool. You should be happy. I managed to summarize Halloween.
Have you though?
Shut up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
There you go. A very concise episode about Halloween.
How the fuck did we get here?
I'm blaming Tim.
I literally I had a structure of I wanted to talk about the history of Halloween. I wanted to
We
talk
can still
about.
talk about the history of Halloween.
Can we really?
Here's all I
The
know.
history of Halloween is purely like.
It used to be called All Hallows Eve. That's all I know.
Can we really talk about Halloween now? We've just basically said Halloween is for like normal people to dress up without being judged.
I don't think we
Sure.
can.
We
I
can't.
think we could. I think we should.
Can we?
Can we really?
Technically,
No.
we can.
Yeah, but
It
technically,
should have been the first thing we did, but
don't judge
you're
me.
the host. You should have been the first
How
one.
the fuck am I the host?
It was your turn to choose a theme, a topic.
Oh god, this just sounds like a family bickering. This is your turn to take the bins out.
Is it-
That was
is it
your
not?
turn. It's like
Is
no.
it not? It was your turn.
Yeah, you're right, but
I'm always right. You should get it in the t-shirt.
what?
I'm always right.
I'm always right.
Yeah.
Rita 2K19.
Yes.
We're not we're making DinoPod merchant. Yay!
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
use
do-
copyright images and put it on t-shirts. Yeah.
Well, my logo doesn't have any copyright
So-
images.
So you're telling me you drew a fucking dinosaur?
No, but I went to look for it. They are copyright free.
Okay.
There you go. Thank
Merch
you.
coming soon. There you go.
So
Merch coming soon
so
to the two
Ri-
fans that we have.
so Rita is
I'm looking
right.
at you, Rita.
So Rita is right.
I'm
Again?
Again.
For fuck's
I'm
sake.
pretty sure we can get, Chloe, Toby and that lot to wear our merch.
So
I
are
doubt
we
it.
are we imagining at the front it says Rita you are right ... and on the back it says you're always right ... Rita.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're not making this a thing.
God damn it.
And unless
Why are you crushing my dreams?
because like Halloween you're supposed you have your dreams crushed.
I've lost the answers.
I can only think
You've
of
lost
one.
the essence of
I've
Halloween.
lost the essence.
I can only think of one person who'd wear the merch though. Jeremy.
Yeah, but that's because he's a meme.
Jeremy.
He is. What we're talking about random people who no one knows who they are.
Yeah.
But basically, Jeremy is.
Jeremy.
If you imagine a person who owns multiple cats, or is it multiple cats, or we've got one?
I don't know. I don't like cats.
He's got at least a cat,
He's got minis.
and he's got
got
a
A
mini.
mini.
And if you imagine like a Snapchat like meme king, that's him.
And Chloe's a female version, but with dogs.
Yeah, they're like opposites, but so same. It's very strange. Hi, Chloe. But yeah, so I don't think that they're the essence of Halloween, unless they are, or they aren't.
Maybe they lost the essence of Halloween. Maybe they had it and they lost it. When it was commercialized by the evil
Corporations.
corporations.
I blame Asda, I blame Sainsbury's, I blame Tesco's.
Other
stole
supermarkets
Halloween.
are available.
This is all Halloween.
Oh god.
Or you could say Lidl supermarkets are available.
Tim, they're German. They don't have fun. They're not. They don't do Halloween.
Sorry, little is lovely sometimes.
Aldi's better.
How dare you?
It's because I've got no Lidl near me. So other super cheap supermarkets are available.
Poundland.
Poundland. Fuck Poundland.
Co-op.
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 Actually, I rate Co-op, you know. There's
They do some pretty good stuff.
they do some pretty good stuff. I mean, you can go in there and buy like a can of energy drink if you're wanting some diabetes. I do.
Yeah. It's like hi Ben at work who loves drinking Monster.
Yeah, true. But do you know what else? Okay, do you know what else Monster has? Lots of sugar. What else has lots of sugar? Candy. What do you get during Halloween? Candy.
That's the way to end it.
Sorted.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, the essence of Halloween.
Is
It's kind of monster.
diabetes.
Diabetes. Sure. I don't know, Tim. What do you think? You're the expert.
Okay, I think this is about time to end this.
Yes.
So to end this, basically the essence of Halloween is diabetes.
There you go.
There you go. There you go,
This
kids.
clearly has been
Rotten
the most,
teeth and diabetes.
Yeah,
Commercial Halloween.
that brings the end to the most thought out episode so far.
Now Rita, what's happening
Halloween.
next week?
I was about to get into that.
Right.
Next week, we're going to talk about something that we actually thought out. My favorite movie. Maybe. Probably. Top 5. The Sound of Music, which Mitchell hasn't seen yet, but he promised he would see it.
Is there any chance of us going completely off topic
No,
and
I won't
talk about
lie. I'm shutting that down immediately. As soon as it goes off topic, I'm shutting that down immediately. We're going to talk about only The Sound of Music.
The only clip that I know is the Hills Are Alive clip.
And it's such a great clip.
And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put clips in with the memes of The Sound of Music. Because Top Gear did a meme of it, and I'm going to do it.
Sure.
The hills are alive with the sound of vroom. I'm going to put that in.
You can. I'll let that happen. That's fine.
Okay.
Anything else is not.
Okay, so...
I'm looking at you, Tim. Stop disrailing conversation.
Tim, it's not going to be the hills of football. Or so, with nothing...
No,
do you know what I've been reading?
Do you
know the best thing
Guys,
is...
I just saw this right. That has nothing to do with the team.
Do you know the best thing about this, in all the episodes we've done? Tim hasn't derailed it with football talk just yet.
Just yet.
Oh, I will. Just wait.
Please don't.
Oh God, here we go.
Please don't.
So Swansea has hills, and Swansea's in Wales, and Wales has Cardiff, and Cardiff played Swansea one day, and we won, and I remember it very well. And on that note, goodbye.
Goodbye and see you next week.